wanted to talk about stigmas of sex work and how they can affect interpersonal relationships. I also wanted to talk about why I even started doing sex. Hi, guys. Oh my god, that's actually insane. That's how you know it's about to be a YouTube video. Motherfuckers always do some shit like that in the beginning. That was actually a complete accident. Alright, hello. I don't have a shirt on right now, so I have to put one on. 1 second. I'll just use a towel. I'm gonna put my jewelry on. But hello guys, I hope you're having an amazing... My name is Clover. This is like my first, I would say, like, personal talk to you vlog. Oh yeah, you can't cuss on here. Damn it. Asshole. I don't know what the violations are on YouTube, so I'm just gonna talk like I'm on TikTok, I guess, even though I don't even follow those guidelines. I wanted to talk about stigmas of sex work and how they can affect interpersonal relationships. And okay. YouTube's probably gonna not even let this get seen because all the cussing in the towel. Oh well. I also wanted to talk about why I even started doing sex and how it can affect every aspect of your life and why you would get into it and all this, because everyone's reality is their own perspective and how they perceive what's going on around them, who, what, when, where, why, how is going up around them. That's their reality. Sometimes I say shit weird, but hopefully you can get the gist of what I'm saying. So I've been going through like a lot of like mental health epiphanies and just like growth and trying to heal. And as an adult, it's so crazy because like our childhood trauma affects us so much. There's like a little fruit flying here. You might see it flying around. Probably for that smoothie cup I have right there. The stigma of work. Damn, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, I've been thinking a lot about what caused me to start using my body. And honestly, let me say, just to be clear, it's the most the most free I've ever been. I've been traveling the world, learned so much about myself, so much about sexual energy, so much about healing energy, so much about my life purpose, so much about people, so much business, you know, learned a lot about business models and hard work, how work pays off. Damn, this fly. Hello, baby. Goodness, can you go on somewhere, please? Can you leave the room? But yeah, if you would have told me 6 years ago today that I would have almost 22,000 followers on Twitter because I shake ass and flash my ass in public and post videos of me having intercourse and other intimacy with myself and others and toys. If you were to tell me that I would have had sugar daddies and all this, I would not have seen the way there. You know, I would not have understood how that could possibly be the case. It was gonna happen eventually for me. It was just, I was in a relationship and I was more caught up on being the best girlfriend I could ever be. So these demons that I had inside me, and listen, this is my reality. So if you disagree with anything I'm saying, then that's your reality. And that's totally okay. The truth will set us free. And how we feel is very real. Yeah, so I took my nails off because my nails are thin as paper. And now I can't even put this necklace on because my nails are so thin. I've been through a lot of shit. My mother used to do SW and shit. Oh my god, I'm cussing so much. This is crazy. And it started there. You know, it doesn't start from a healthy, happy, not desperate place when you start selling your body. That's the truth. And it's a journey. And the mental hump you have to go through when you first enter the industry, and all the predators waiting for the naive people at the beginning of the industry to really just take advantage of you as soon as they can. It's disgusting. It's horrible. All the lies that are being told. And but I wouldn't have any other way. Sex work is a beautiful industry. It's the first industry, but it's like probably the most money is in this work. Yeah. The stigma of sex work has ruined so many relationships for me. My family doesn't respect me. My exes don't respect me. A lot of people don't respect me. A lot of people judge me. A lot of people are intimidated by me, scared of me. That's how I feel. And I've heard it. They've told me all these things. And that's okay, because I do genuinely feel like I'm built for, like, I'm the best one for the job. Regardless of how I look on the outside. Inside, I feel like an old war vet. For real. Oh my God, please, baby. The way I like to approach it, I've developed ways to cope, because there is a lot of using and abusing going on. But as long as you make sure you're good, you're safe, it's a beautiful industry. It's not easy. It's very hard. It's probably the hardest transition I've ever had. And, people losing trust in you, and just the societal stigmas. Horrible. Because it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're nothing. It doesn't mean anybody can you. It doesn't mean anybody should feel entitled to you. It doesn't mean you have no self-worth. It doesn't mean you have no self-respect. It doesn't mean daddy issues. It doesn't mean you'll do anything for money. It doesn't mean you don't have a game plan or a goal. It doesn't mean it's not a step in the right direction. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing that you're doing work. Seriously. And anyone who says it is family abandoning you because of things you decide to do with your life, fail to realize that that's not love. Love is acceptance. I've never been so confident. I've never known myself better in what I want from a person who's in my life, whether it's a friend or a partner or a sexual partner or just like an acquaintance, business partner, anything. Don't get me wrong, it has been a hard journey, and I have learned a lot, and I have met a lot of good people, and I've met a lot of bad people by myself, from the ground up, from the gutter. I wouldn't have had it any other way, baby. I would not have had it any other way. Just to be clear, anybody who questions that, I'm not gonna live my life wondering and question the possibilities, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I honestly do believe you can change the narrative on anything. So anybody who does judge me, or maybe I get some bad press, go viral for some shit that's not, some stuff that's not the most PC, it's all a part of the plan. Sex work is one of the most powerful things to do, because you only can give a fuck about yourself and what you think about yourself and your life choices, and you have to be able to see the bigger picture, and because you're not going to get validated, and your boss says till you die, you go and get that shit, make shit happen for yourself, and you wanted more. And this world we live in is not heaven. I would not say it's hell. I'm getting mad spiritual. But any place that babies are suffering is not heaven. So you got to get it how you live it out here. And anybody in this world who could judge somebody is fucking crazy without even knowing them. You're crazy. But yeah, so the stigma of, choosing to go that direction with your life is horrible. You will lose people. There will be a lot of people who are really proud of you, though. That's not something that is gonna always be lacking. But in the beginning, you really got to advocate for yourself, and that makes you a strong. But yeah, so the stigma of sex work has, it's torn me and my family apart, and they think I'm a drug addict and all this stuff. They think all these things about me, and because they can see stuff online, because I have no shame, honestly, which is a deeper question on why I don't have shame. It goes back into the childhood trauma shit I was talking about at the beginning of the video. they're putting stories together in their head. This goes for anyone, not just family. That's on them for not coming to me. If you're curious about anything, I'm an open book. I genuinely can back up anything I do, and you can't tell me any different. So I just wish people would be more open with their curiosities rather than coming to their own conclusions, because assuming is making out of you and me. Okay? And I hate assuming. I need to get it off my chest. Why I even got into sex work, man. And I just want to keep stomping and smearing in the fact that, and just because this is the case for me doesn't mean it's the case for everybody. Everybody's life is different. Yeah, we might all have the same chemicals in our brain, which makes us capable of feeling the same all the same feelings at different capacities. Doesn't mean we all go through the same and we all have the same reality or perceive reality in the same way. You know what I'm saying? We're all individuals, and we're all driving a boat out here, our own boat, regardless of how close it is next to somebody else. You're driving your own boat. So for me, getting into it goes back into like meeting my mom in the morning, and she just got a pack of cigarettes because she just, you know, gave somebody head, and now she got her payment. Right? So I've been seeing that for a long time. She would go to the casino and do her thing. So I didn't really realize it, but when she passed away, I really, you know, the things you learn when you're young are habits that you will recreate and stuff. And also, I was desperate. I was in a really, really hard spot. I wasn't able to work. I was crying every day. I could manage a 2-hour photo shoot, naked, nude, while I'm masturbate too. I could manage that for $500. That's how I got into it. Of course, I can do that. 2 hours, I can hold it in. But for an 8-hour shift, I couldn't. To go to beauty school, I couldn't do that 8-hour day at the beauty school. I had to drop out of beauty school. I had to quit my job. I think I quit 2 jobs. And I saw a way to survive. I could put in 2 hours a week, and that's all I need to survive. And I grew up really, really poor. And let me just say really poor. You know, I'm not trying to do really, really. I grew up in poverty, so any comfort is a luxury. You know, that's how I was raised. So the quick money, I'm already emotionally numb. I was doing drugs. This is how I was getting into it. Oh my God. Thank God I can survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through so much. I had a miscarriage. My mom died. My ex of 5 years cheated on me, all in a week. I got pregnant and he cheated on me. My mom died in 2 days. I was miscarrying by week 8. So that was a lot. I was homeless for 2 weeks. It was a lot. Actually, a little longer than 2 weeks. And how I made my money, how I was able to fucking survive, was using my body. And thank God. Thank God. And all I've done since then is just be myself authentically, and I'm trying to figure out what that even means. You know what I'm saying? That's weird, like, but you gotta be yourself and you gotta live authentically, because like I said, the truth will set us free. Maybe. I hope so. This shit, the best natural deodorant I've ever used. You know, I also have had lots of isolating thoughts, depression, self-medicating, prescribed medication, self-harm, abusive relationships, abusive managers, abusive producers, abusive people. All these things. And shining from the light within has always prevailed. So that is how I will go until the wheels fall off. That's how I'm riding this shit. And thank God for SW. And thank you, Chatterbait. Thank you, my free camps. And thank you so much, Twitter. Seriously. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base, make this real quick. That's it. That's all I really got to say about the matter right now. It is a very isolating place to choose in this crazy world that is a very real world. Everything's deep. Anyone who says nothing matters, I'm sorry you feel that way, but it's the opposite. Everything matters. The journey matters, regardless of how crazy it is and what you put yourself through. But just know, it is what it is. If someone doesn't accept you for living your life and doing no harm to anybody else, there's something wrong with their moral compass or something wrong with their insides. It's really sad that it's so rampant, but you are worthy of love, and you are deserving of everything you want, everything you need to live happily until your dying days, baby. Seriously. And make sure you drink water. I think that eating one raw fruit and one raw vegetable a day is amazing. You should do it. If you never detoxed, one detox, try it intensely. All these things, life is good. Mental health is real. My heart goes out to anybody struggling with any type of mental health addiction, substances, anything. My heart goes out to you. And you're not alone. The hardest step is the first step. Don't ever forget that. Just get that ball rolling when you're ready. And just know, when you're ready to reach out, there will be people ready with open arms to accept you. They might not be the closest people to you. They might not be your friends and your family. But they'll be human and they'll be here. Yeah.